So there was war in heaven, right? Religious people, let me tell you a story. If you're a religious person, get a chair, get some coffee, get some tea, get some bread, and listen. Listen to this story that they never told you, but it's in the Bible. There was war in heaven, right? And the devil lost because he didn't have numbers. He only had 1/3 of the angels, so he lost the war, right? That's what your religion says, right? Okay. Then, because he lost the war, he came to this planet called Earth, and he wanted to create soldiers. Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi, I'm doing all right. If you don't mind, just give me like a minute or two. Let me finish this thing that I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
Anyways, when the devil lost the war in heaven, he came to the earth and he needed soldiers. So he went to work, him and his scientists, and they used their DNA to create more soldiers. That army of soldiers that they were creating is what we know as human beings, right? So the devil created human beings so that we could join his army, so he could go back to heaven and fight God. But what happened is that when the devil put us in the garden, God snuck in as a serpent and made us eat the fruit. The devil created a sentient being, except it didn't give it the ability to think for itself completely, right? That's the God of the Bible. In that place in the book of Genesis where he puts man in the garden, that's actually the devil putting man in the garden. And he gets man to name the animals. He's kind of trying to train man because he wants to use man as a soldier. But he tells man not to eat of the tree of good and evil, because that tree will give man the ability to think for himself. So God, the creator, supposedly, who is really the devil, he prevented man from eating from the tree of good and evil and from the tree of life. Right? And then Jesus snuck into the garden as a serpent. Jesus was the serpent in the garden. He snuck in there and he tempted Eve to eat of the fruit that the devil told Eve not to eat. And they eat of the fruit. And Jesus was right. The serpent was right. The serpent said she wouldn't die if she eat the fruit. And she didn't die. So guess what? When the devil comes, he realizes that man has eaten of the fruit of good and evil. So now man can think for himself. Just like the devil, the gods, right? This is the real version of what happened in Genesis. The one that you guys call God is actually the devil. They just switch the words around. All right. What's up, Road?
I just came in, so I didn't hear what the other guy said. But you're not religious, right?
Say that again?
Oh, I just said that I just came in live right now. I didn't hear the other guy speak. Like, someone else was on here, but I didn't hear what they said. But answering the question, though, I don't think it makes you a bad person. This is coming from a Muslim. Because the thing is that if we were to say that if you don't believe in Allah, or if you don't believe in God, that you're a bad person, ultimately that's judging somebody. And, like, we're not supposed to be judging other people. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes for Christians. I also used to be Christian. I don't think anyone believes truly that you are a bad person because you don't believe in a God. We would just say, you know, well, but I don't know what other people said on here.
Listen, I have no problem with your religion.
But I don't know what
I don't care what your religion is. If you truly think like that, then you and I can be best friends. I don't care if you're a Muslim or a Christian. Mm-hmm. I'll respect your religion. I'll respect everything you do, as long as you understand that if I don't believe in your religion, it doesn't make me a bad person.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, like.
And I appreciate you because that's your way of thinking, right? And with religious people, you can only take it one person at a time, unfortunately. So because you have said this to us, we can respect you because we know that you're not approaching us from a judgmental perspective. But you know that we are okay. You just share your religion with us just to give us another option. So if we're like, hey, Rose, what's your religion? You're like, I'm a Muslim. I'm like, oh, what's Islam all about? And then you tell me, and then I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, I have a friend, Rose, who's a Muslim. And if one day I'm curious, I'm like, hey, so what do you guys go do in that building? You're like, oh, we pray. You want to check it out? I'm like, okay, sure, yeah. I come there out of curiosity, and then I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool, but it's not my taste. You know, and you're like, oh yeah, fine, no, sure, no problem. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what it should be.
Yeah, we live life just like that. You know, we don't.
Yeah, well, literally just say I'll guide you, but that's your choice. If you don't believe in Islam, okay, cool. That's your own. Your belief is yours. Mine is mine.
How old are you, Rose?
19. But I look fairly
very
young,
good.
So.
Very good. Your generation is a generation that I call the generation of hope. Because those of you who are 20 and below, if my generation, we are like 20 and above, right? 20 and above, but younger than 40. We have a responsibility to elevate the thinking of you who are 20 and above. And I like the way you think, because your version of Islam is not aggressive. Your version of Islam is an improved version, because it doesn't affect your ability to coexist with your fellow creature ideologically. Like, you're making it clear to us that you don't care what we are. You don't think that it makes us a bad person. So you know what? We don't think you're a bad person too. We don't care what any other Muslim does. That's how the world is supposed to work. Every Muslim needs to make it clear to people like that. But some people in their religion, they think that if you don't believe in their God, you're a bad person, unfortunately. And that's what makes religion toxic.
Exactly. You know what's crazy is that I go to a Christian university, right? And that's already one thing. But a lot of the people there, whenever I mention I'm Muslim, they'll look at me differently. But it's like, you believe in Christianity? Fine. Believe that. Why do you have a problem with me being Muslim? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No.
Sorry?
I say it doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. People just... I don't know how to explain, but they feel so, like, entitled into their own religion that they believe that we all should be, like, a part of their religion. But no, I've seen some lives on here where people say that we should all convert to Christianity, or we should all convert to Judaism. But it's like, religion's your own path. Like, if you don't agree with Islam, if you don't agree with Christianity, then that's your own choice at the end of the day. But you're an atheist, right? You're an atheist, I'm guessing.
No, I'm not an atheist.
Oh.
And I'm not a theist either. I'm a Bakanga.
Oh, I never heard of that. You mind explaining?
That's why I said Bakanga is the way.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. What is that exactly? Like, I've never heard of that.
keep coming to the TESOC show and you will hear about it. You know, that's absolutely what's gonna happen. Where are you located?
I was born in Eritrea, but I live in Canada now.
Okay, so yeah, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the TESOC show. You see the subscription stars up there, and stay with us. I really love your way of thinking, and stay with us, because a person like you, your way of thinking, you're the reason why no matter what you go ahead and do in life, people who think like you at your age, you guys are the ones that are going to make a huge difference in the future. Because like I said, religion is becoming obsolete, because it's going to slightly improve to the point where what we know as religion today is going to completely change 200 years from now, right? Human beings won't even see the need to, like, either people are going to be so comfortable with who they are, they won't even need to be identified religiously, or religion will just become like, you know, like a luxury, something that you just do for fun. You know, in the future, human beings would have solved so many problems, and they will be living such a different life from us, which we are compared to those who were here 100 years ago. Think about the toilet systems wherever you are, and think about the fact that you have toilets. 100 years ago, everywhere you went, it smelled. Even here in the United States, in Canada, wherever you, good sewage systems. They didn't have good restroom toilet systems. We already live in a completely different world. Imagine what the world would be like 200 years from now. So we have to improve with our thinking and accommodate the changes that happen in the world. And those who don't have the ability to kind of like undergo the metamorphosis, those people usually are the causes of wars and conflict. Thank you for your time, okay, Rose?
Yeah.
I will tell you what
Yeah,
Bakanga
I'm
is.
gonna come
Come back to my show next time. Definitely
Yeah,
follow me and subscribe if you can. Right? If you can.
will do, brother.
And then,
Yeah.
or just keep in touch. And every time you get a chance to come up here, let's talk. Next time you come up, let's
Yeah,
just talk
for
about
sure.
what Bakanga is, and I will explain it to you. And once I explain it to you, then you would explain it to yourself, and then you will understand it.
Okay. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. I noticed a strange pattern